Hi, everyone who's joining in. Welcome to today's session. My name is Aparna. I'm going to be your host for today. And you are going to understand how you can leverage Gen AI to boost your SEO ranking. So we're also live on YouTube. So if you're watching us from YouTube, just leave us a hi on the live chat. I'm going to be taking a look at the chat there as well. And if you're joining us on Zoom, just leave me a hi on the chat box here. Just leave us a hi on the chat and we know that you're here. Okay, great. Everyone else, people on YouTube, quickly leave us a hi. And also make sure you put your name and the city that you're from. If you just joined, quickly introduce yourself. My name is Aparna. I'm going to be your host for today. And like you can see, you're going to understand how you can leverage Gen AI for boosting SEO rankings. It's going to be an intensive masterclass. Good evening, good morning to everyone who's joining. Bonnie, Zara, Robin. Okay. Latoya from Texas, Raj from Ahmedabad. Okay, someone from France. Shardul, good evening, is joining us from YouTube. Sanjeev from Bhubaneswar. Everyone else, make sure you leave the name of your city that you're from. Thomas from, okay. Okay, Rachel. Okay, Rachel, if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, you're from France. Shivam from Bihar. Mark from Uganda. Nice. Nice to have a diverse bunch today. Akhil from Hyderabad. Okay, Rafi from Indonesia. Great. Peter from the UK. Okay. Sana from KSA. Okay. Amazing. Amazing. So we're done with our introductions, I guess. You know my name by now. My name is Aparna, and just a few ground rules before we get started. And you already know the agenda of this session today. I don't think I need to reiterate that, but you will also be able to understand in detail about the postgraduate program in digital marketing, that along with how this program gets you ready for any kind of marketing role that you want to choose. And later on, we'll help you with the enrollment steps. Okay. So just some ground rules before we get started. You can put any question that you have related to digital marketing or anything else that is associated with what is being spoken in the session. You could put that in the Q&A box. Remember that the Q&A box is different from the chat box. What happens if you put it on the chat box? We might miss that amidst the many messages that we receive. Okay. So I might also switch off the chat box if it gets a little distracting and if there's another conversation going on. So make sure your conversation is restricted to what's going on in the session. Yeah. So put your questions in the Q&A box. And remember, if you miss anything, the session is being recorded. You will receive the recording link and the certificate. If you're already a part of the session, you will receive that in 24 to 48 hours, along with your name on the certificate. So we collect your names towards the end of the session, and I will launch a poll where we are collecting all your names. So make sure you're staying till the end, and you will also expect this email. You can also expect this email in the next couple of days. Okay. Yeah. So please do not ask questions that go like, okay, where can I get my certificate? When do I get my recording and all of that? So you will receive that for sure. Just don't make it repetitive and distract the session with these questions. If you don't receive a certificate in the next couple of days, I'll give you an email ID where you can drop the email. Okay? right? So if the ground rules are clear, and also this goes for people on YouTube as well. If the ground rules are clear, just give me a thumbs up on the chat, and then we'll get started with the session. Okay. So all of you are excited to learn about how you can boost your SEO rankings, whether you have your own website or whether you're part of a marketing team. Yes. Everyone else is clear with the ground rules. Yeah. Or just give me a yes on the chat very quickly. Also, people on YouTube, you're clear, right? Yes. Which means any other questions apart from what is being spoken, you could put on the chat, but let's say it's relevant to digital marketing or anything that's spoken, put it on the Q&A box. Okay? Okay, amazing. Great. So just a quick introduction about Simplilearn before we get started. Simplilearn offers multiple digital skills across various domains. So you have AI, ML, you have data science, cybersecurity, cloud computing, and also digital marketing. So we have a bunch of courses under each category. You could head to simplilearn.com to find whatever course is interesting to you. Okay. We've touched more than 5 million careers worldwide across 150 plus countries. And the proof to that is the amount of diversity that lies in this book. Yeah. So that's a little bit about Simplilearn. Now I'll just head on to introduce our expert, Marc. Marc is here with us. He's got over 40 years of experience. He's got over 40 years of experience in marketing. And he specializes in social media, in digital marketing, PPC advertising, SEO, one that we're going to discuss today, and also other types of marketing, which is email marketing, mobile marketing, and all of that, right? So Marc, I think over to you now to introduce yourself to the audience.
Yes, well, you're doing pretty well in introducing me there. This is given the first time that we've met today. So hello, everybody. I'm Marc. I'm based in Malaysia, dialing in from the east coast of Malaysia. Although I am Dutch, but I haven't lived in the Netherlands for a long time. So I'm a bit of a Flying Dutchman, as they say. I've been in marketing for over 40 years. You can see in my gray hair that I've been around for a while. When I got involved in marketing, I think many of you weren't even born yet. So I was at the cradle of the internet in the early 90s when I worked in Silicon Valley in San Francisco. I was at the basis of digital marketing, and I've been through all areas of digital that you can imagine. 12 years ago, I decided to start my own little training business in social media. And here we are today. And let me tell you, before I go into the how AI can impact SEO, I have, as I said, been in marketing for 40 years, but at the moment with AI, we're at the biggest disruption I have seen in the marketing field. Yeah, and the opportunities are tremendous, but there is also risks involved in this. But we're going to focus on the opportunities in a little bit when we go deeper into SEO. So I'm delighted to be here, and I hope to get to know you all a little better. So make sure you ask lots of questions.
Right. So you heard him put the questions on the Q&A box. And before we started, Marc, I'd just like to understand the audience a little more. So I'm going to launch a poll, and you are going to tell us what your experience is. So people on YouTube, you'll see a slide. Just try to type whatever answer is applicable to you. And on people on Zoom, just choose the right answer here. So if you've got more than 10 years, you choose the last option, and so on and so forth. Yeah, I'm going to keep the poll live for exactly 1 minute, and then I'm going to hand over to Marc for him to take you through the session. Okay, so it's a good mix of people who are less experienced and are more experienced. Okay, another 30 seconds. Make sure you answer the poll. Not on the chat box is currently off. So you use the poll to answer. Yeah. Okay. So Mark, I'm going to end the poll here and also share the results for you to see. We've got, fairly a good mix. Roughly half of them are have less than 2 years of experience. So yeah, great. So I'm just going to hand it over to you, Mark. You can share your screen now.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. So we see that close to half is less than 2 years experience. So I'll match my presentation with sort of try to not to get too advanced because that may confuse the beginners. Let me share my desktop. There we go. So I can go into the slides. Here are the slides, and here we are. How to boost your SEO with generative AI. That is the topic that we're going to be talking about. Now, for those of you that are new in digital marketing, SEO is a very important part of your digital marketing. SEO stands for search engine optimization. Okay, and search engine optimization means that you need to do a number of things on your website and all your pages of your website to rank high on the Google search engine result page. Okay, and there are a number of things that you need to do. So let me quickly show you. If I go here to Google and I search what is CRM software, then you see here the flow of the Google search engine results page. This is also called the SERP, S-E-R-P, for the people with a bit more experience. You see here the sponsored section of the search results. You get here through advertising or pay-per-click advertising, as we call that. Yep, and then here you see a definition, supplied by Zoho. Yeah, and here you see other what we call organic search results. Okay, these organic search results are all based on your search engine optimization of your website. Okay, so there's a number of things you need to do to show up on the first page of Google's search engine result page. Now, let me just ask you, I think you've switched off the chat, but I'm fine if you switch it on again, simply because I just want to ask the people, what are the things you need to do on your website to try to get on that first page of the search engine results? Anybody? And I'm sure that the people with a bit more experience can come up with stuff that you need to do on your website.
Yes, you can answer that question.
There we are, keywords. Yes, so quality content, tags, there we go. Technical SEO, on-page SEO, these are all very important terms. So I can already see there is a lot of experience. Yeah, so if I would summarize that in 5 elements, that's the first element is you need to have a set of keywords available that are relevant for you. Yeah, because here the search engine or the searcher, his query is, what is CRM software? Now, if your keywords are accounting software, then there is no match. Yeah, so your website will not show up in the search results page. So you need to set CRM software as an important keyword for you. Yes, so that is keywords. There is optimization of your web pages, the title of your web page, the headings of your website page, the description of your web page. Yep. Then there is the off-page optimization, which is what we call technical SEO. Yeah, so how fast does your website load and what have you. Then there is link building. Yeah, and those link building is that are there any other websites that link back to your website? Thereby you show Google that that you have an authority with your website. So Google will reward you for that with a presence on the search engine results page. And very important, is your website mobile friendly? Yeah, so in other words, when you go to your website on the mobile, will you be able to see and have the same experience as when you browse the website on your desktop? Finally, a very important one, and is mentioned by others as well, is how fresh is the content and how good is the content on your web page? Do you have a blog? Do you have good content? Do you answer questions, etc.? Yeah, and that is immediately where you see the link to AI coming. Because in the past, you had to write all that content yourself. You had to write all the titles yourself. You had to write the headlines yourself. And now there is a thing called generative AI, yeah, that can help you in do all this. Now, I'm going to show you how that's going to be done, and I'm going to give you some examples. But let's dig a bit deeper, yeah, in how it works. So here you see, for instance, how SEO is being done today. Yeah, so you go to your to a website, or you go to Google, yeah, and you need to do keyword research. Yeah, so for instance, if CRM software, or let's say accounting software, you see what happens here? I can get ideas for accounting software. So these are ideas that Google presents to me based on how many people search for those different keywords. So these are very popular keywords. Yeah, I can go to other tools. I can go to websites and they can help me with lots of keyword tools. Here is a tool which is a plugin. Yeah, if I activate that plugin, I'll show you. Let me just move these here. So if I activate the manage extensions, the plugin is called Keyword Server. Yeah, so if you see here now on my accounting software, yeah, but it was actually CRM software. Yeah, you see here nothing special. Yeah, on the search engine results page, no ideas. But when I now activate that plugin, so let's do the search again, I all of a sudden get lots of data. I can now get for all the keywords, I can get monthly search volumes and what I would pay for that keyword. Yeah, when I would advertise for that keyword. So it shows me how competitive that keyword is. Yeah, and I can get ideas on keywords through this plugin as well. Yeah, so this is the traditional way how you would do keyword research in a kind of a pre-generative AI. Yeah, so let's now look at what you would do in the AI world with on the keyword research. Yeah, so let's go to the next slide. So here is SEO and SEM, yeah, search engine marketing and search engine optimization today. You have a tool, and we all know the tool by now, called ChatGPT. Yeah, or if you do if you go to Microsoft, yeah, they have the tool called Microsoft Copilot. Yeah, Microsoft has invested in ChatGPT, so you'll find Microsoft Copilot is based on ChatGPT, where Google's chat is or AI solution is what's it? Genesis. Let me have a look. Here's Google. Yeah, I think it's called Genesis. Let me just double check that. Just want to give you the right information. Google AI, Gemini. Yeah, so that's where you can go and get to the Google AI page. Okay, but let's just simply go to ChatGPT and I'm going to show you how you can do your SEO. For instance, I want to know the keywords, yeah, for so I'm going to just say, give me a list of 20 keywords that are relevant for SEO, for, let's say, optimizing my website, offering, let's say, for adventure travel. Okay. So give me a list of 20 keywords that are relevant for optimizing my website for adventure travel. Also, give me monthly search volumes and competitive and keyword difficulty. And summarize it all in a table. Also add a column for buyer intent. Let's see what he comes up with. He's doing its searches. Here we go. Here is my table. Yeah, so this would be quite a significant job for me, yeah, to use existing traditional tools to come up with a list of keyword ideas. It only not gives me a list of ideas, but it bases this list on sort of the search volumes as well and the competitiveness. Yes, so that is, I think, a good example of how my SEO work will be done a lot easier. Yeah, I see a question in the Q&A. How about the notion that Google doesn't like AI-generated content? Well, here you see an example of AI-generated content, but I am not using this here for an article. Yeah, this is just a list of keywords. So Google, if I use these keywords, Google can't do anything. They cannot not like this because this is just a list of keywords that I may be using. It may become a bit more sensitive when I start creating an article, for instance, but I'll come back to that in a sec. Okay, so let's say, I can just say, what top 5 keywords do you suggest I should focus on and why? Let's see. Yeah, so even comes, it has commercial intent. Yeah, focusing can attract clients to look pre-designed adventure trips. So, guys, this really blows me away every time I do this. Yeah, the information and the knowledge that you get out of this, that will make your work so much easier and can save so much time in doing that. Yeah, so I'm going to focus on adventure travel package, book adventure tours, unique experience, buy adventure gear. Yes, so now I am going to have one page specifically for adventure gear. Okay, so now I'm going to ask ChatGPT, can you give me the meta title, meta description, and H1, 2, and 3 for my web page, focusing on adventure gear. Okay, so what you do, that is that on the once you have your keywords sorted, for every page, you're going to use those keywords to write a meta title, meta description, and headings on the page. Okay, and you're going to put that content in the HTML of that page, and there are tools for that you can do. But you need, of course, to write those tools. Okay, so here we go. I'll ask ChatGPT to do that for me. So here's a recommended meta title, meta description, and headings H1. The meta title, top adventure gear for your next trip, essential outdoor equipment. Why? It includes the focus keyword adventure gear and speaks to both seasoned and new travelers. And here's the meta description, H1, H2, H3. This is, again, blows me away, saves a lot of time just in the meta title, meta description, keyword definition. Okay, so now you got this ready, and what you could now say, given this metadata, or use this metadata, to write a 400 word summary, or 400 words, 400 words to write 400 words content for this web page. So here is the web page that it is writing, using the metadata, using the H1, H2, using the description, using the keywords, etc. Yes, so again, now here is where you need to be careful. Yes, so how about the notion that Google doesn't like AI generated content? Yes, so what you want to do is to go through this content. Don't copy it on a one-by-one basis. Yeah, because that is, then it may be a bit too obvious. And when you use a lot of generative AI, you see patterns sometimes in the content that they're presenting. So you may want to give it your own twist, but at least you have a basis to start from. If you want to change the tone of voice, yeah, so then you can just say change tone of voice to target a younger audience. So he is really rewriting the whole text for that page. Okay, so just some examples. Yeah, I could ask him as well to write a blog post, to give me content for an infographics, or for a podcast. You see where this is all heading to. Yeah, you start with your keywords. Based on your keywords, you're going to define your headlines, your descriptions, your titles. It can then write the page for you. Yeah, if you want to change the tone of voice, and then you can sort of have spin-off content like a blog post, any type of content that you want. So this is extremely useful and saves a lot of time. Okay, so let's then look at the bigger picture. Yes, so we've seen, go back to the slides. Yeah, so here is Google and Bing's response to AI. Yeah, so Google has Gemini, okay, where you can get the conversations, which is their own AI chatbot, as it were, and Bing has Copilot. Yes, so you need to get an account on Microsoft Bing, which is Microsoft equivalent of Google. Yep, and then once you have that, you can then click here on the Copilot that takes you to a full sort of kind of chat chats environment, yeah, where you can not only ask questions, but you can ask for images and get on the access to a lot of other tools in chat. And there's many more out there now, yeah. So I've actually heard today, or I read just before this session, that Snapchat now has a AI chat in their app as well for people. So you see that the social media apps are moving into here as well. Now, Google, of course, is an interesting case because Google is the market leader in search. Yes, so, and of course, they don't want to lose that position that they have, but they do know that they need to adapt. They do know that they need to change. Otherwise, they're going to lose the market to chat-based search engines, as it were. Yeah, so now it's not chat-based. Yeah, so now it is link-based. Yeah, so it's not conversation-based. So the first step from Google is what they call the Google Search Generative Experience, the SGE. Yes, so and I'll show you what that basically is. If I again go to Google and I'm going here to CRM software, going to the top. Yeah, so here you see your sponsored bid. Okay, but then here you see the Search Lab AI overview. Search Labs is Google's sort of laboratory, and they have their that's where they develop their AI proposition. Yeah, so here you see in conversational style, yeah, what CRM software is. Okay, and then here you see the sources where it's getting it from. So it's a what we call a generative AI result, an AI overview, and you see that on every search screen. Yeah, so how to plan my adventure travel tip trip. Yeah, it's already here. Yeah, so here is the Search Lab AI overview. So you already see that there is a section, yeah, of text, yeah, already generated with AI. Okay, so that's the question here. Is it link based, not conversation based? So this is conversation based. Here, Google is answering my question on how to plan my adventure travel tip, my adventure travel trip. If I go to the traditional search results, I'm getting links to articles with short descriptions. Yeah, so that is link based to access the content. In AI-based results, you're getting into a conversation where you get answers. And of course, links as well, but that they are part of the conversation. All right. So that is Google's search generative experience. Now, it's not going to stop there. Yeah, so the next term that is now gaining tremendous in popularity is the generative engine optimization. Yeah, so that is the next generation of SEO. I think in 5 years from now, we're no longer talking about SEO, but we may be talking about GEO, generative engine optimization. It's a natural progression from search engine optimization to the generative AI based engine optimization. Yeah, so SEO is traditional strategy of ranking web content on the search engine results page. The search generative experience merges traditional search and generative AI responses for more personalized results. It is what I just showed you, where the generative engine optimization focused on increasing the visibility of web content on generative AI results. Yeah, so how would that look like? If my query is things to do in New York, yeah, it would feature like this: Central Park in New York with a little description, Statue of Liberty with a little description, and here New York style pizza with a little description. That is a search engine result. Here you see the generative engine result in a story style, in a conversational style, with links to the same items. Yeah, but it is not based on the links. It is actually answering the question in the search or in the generative results. And then secondary, there are links to the things they want to see. Yeah, so the next big thing for SEO specialists or GEO specialists is making sure that your content shows up, yeah, in this type of environment, and not only on the desktop but also on, for instance, the voice devices, because they will naturally become more important because we're now getting more and more into conversations with these devices. So, to summarize, what does this mean from a career perspective for you folks? And many of you are thinking of maybe doing a career change or moving into digital marketing. Yeah, what does this mean? Well, let me tell you what Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, the owners of ChatGPT, said. Oh, for that, it will mean that 95% of what marketeers use agencies, strategists, and creative professionals for today will easily, nearly instantly, and at almost no cost, be handled by AI. And AI will likely be able to test the creative against real or synthetic customer focus groups for predicting results and optimizing, all free, instant, and nearly perfect. So no matter what your job is, if it involves knowledge work, this quote is relevant to your immediate future. Yes, so this is groundbreaking, folks. This is dramatically changing the roles in digital marketing, the skills needed in digital marketing, and the type of work that needs to be done. So here is a research that has been done. Yeah, what marketing roles do you think are at most risk due to AI? Doesn't mean that they're going to lose that job. Yeah, but it's going to change most dramatically. Yeah, content writers in the future will not exist. Yeah, because they may be content quality control or something like that. It will become a lot more specific and maybe even more qualitative work. Yeah, so the typical content, email, graphic, general marketing knowledge, marketing generalists, SEO strategists. Yeah, so those jobs are at risk because new jobs are emerging, jobs that do not exist yet, jobs that we're not even aware of. A GEO specialist, a prompt engineer. Yeah, you saw that in the little ChatGPT demo, how important it is, the quality of the prompts that you're giving. Yeah, an audience strategist, a content historian, a trend specialist, a digital knowledge manager. Some examples of jobs that you already see coming up in the industry. So big changes ahead of us. And that concludes the presentation. So back to Simplilearn again.
Yeah, thank you, Mark, for that. So yeah, the question is, now that you've understood what
I'll
lies.
stop sharing, by the way, so you can take over.
Yes, definitely. Thank you. Yes.
Stop share. So.
Yeah. So the question comes to you as to what is exactly stopping you from becoming a digital marketing expert and ready for what's coming up in the future, right? So I'm just going to launch this poll quickly on Zoom, and I would like to see your responses. And also people on YouTube, you could put your questions here on the live chat and we'll pass it on to Mark. But also, whatever option you feel is appropriate, please put it on the live chat. Okay. Okay, again, I'm going to keep the poll live for another 30 seconds. Great. So that's the end of this poll. Another 10 seconds. Most of you feel that you don't have the practical exposure you need to become job ready. You need more such Learn It Live sessions to understand the digital marketing tool, whatever tool you're using in depth. Okay, I'm still looking for responses from the YouTube audience. Okay. Anyway, here's the end of the poll. I'm also going to share it for everyone to see. Yeah, more than half of you feel you don't have the practical exposure you need to become job ready or to switch to a digital marketing job, right? So that is where the Purdue postgraduate program in digital marketing comes into picture. Okay. So this course is 8 months long, and all you have to do is to dedicate 5 to 10 hours a week. And this is intensive. So it's going to cover all aspects of marketing for you, including SEO, paid marketing, social media, email marketing. We'll come to the curriculum in a bit. You have a lot of hands-on learning, and that's not limited to just projects or tools or learning to use the tools live. It is also about understanding how major businesses leveraged digital marketing to enhance their revenue or user base. You have a lot of case studies along with hands-on projects for getting that hands-on learning, which you feel is a major gap, right? And some sessions are also delivered in as a part of live virtual classrooms, so that way you're able to interact with your instructors, also interact with your peers. You're able to ask questions live and get them answered instantly. Okay, so this is co-created along with Meta Blueprint and Harvard Business Publishing. You have Harvard Business Review case studies and some sessions from Meta Blueprint as well. So you've got master classes from Meta experts, you've got Ask Me Anything sessions, and an exam voucher, which is called the Meta Blueprint Certification Exam. Yeah. And of course, the Purdue University is going to give you the certificates. That's where Purdue University comes into picture. It is also going to give you eligibility to become a part of Purdue Alumni Association. Remember, this is Purdue University online, not Purdue University. So Purdue University per se requires no introduction to this audience. You know that it's one of the oldest universities in the US, and obviously having Purdue University on your resume is going to give you that highlight along with all that I mentioned. Yeah. So I'll just let Mark take over the skills that you will learn and also the curriculum. Mark, if you can just.
Yeah, so we cover a lot in the course, and you're not going to become a super expert, yeah, for the simple reason because there's so much, yeah, so much content that we would need to go through, but you would know enough of every topic, yeah, to survive in a job and sharpen your experience over time in a real life environment. Yes, so we touch on a lot of things, we do lots of exercises, and you'll be ready for a job in digital marketing. But of course, in a live environment, you will have to sharpen up your skills and start specializing. Yes, so the overall is it is a digital marketing course. Yes, so it's a potential to develop yourselves as a digital marketing manager. Can you go back to the slide with the roles? Yes, so you can qualify yourself as an SEO specialist. Yeah, and remember what I just said, make it more like a GEO specialist. Yeah, there could be a website marketing manager. You could be a content marketing manager. Digital advertising or pay-per-click marketing is very popular these days. Yeah, so there's lots of roles that are opening up for you when you attend this course. Okay, now you can go back to the next one. Yeah, so here are the topics that we will be covering. So we'll start with an induction session of the program. And then first of all, you're going to learn how to develop your own website. And you're actually going to build your own website. And there's many tools now that enable you to build a website within a week or 2 weeks with not too much effort. And you're going to use that website as your sandbox, as it were, throughout the course and all the other elements that you learn. We're then looking at digital marketing landscape. What are all the topics we're going to discuss? And we're going to look at behavioral marketing. All this, by the way, will be heavily injected with AI and new AI tools that are available that can help you in doing this. Then we're going to the core of the program. We're going to look at SEO, we're going to look at search engine marketing, and we're going to look at social media marketing. 3 key cornerstones, yeah, of the digital marketing discipline, as it were. Search engine optimization, search engine marketing, which is everything to do with advertising, pay-per-click advertising, and social media marketing. Yeah, we're then going to look at other channels like email marketing, mobile marketing, content marketing, and we're then going to look at how do you optimize all these channels. Yeah, how are you going to make sure that you're getting results from those using those channels? We'll then look more at AI, automation, emerging technology, and very important, we're going to finish the whole program with the digital marketing capstone project. Yeah, which is an opportunity for you to develop a case study where you can present all your learnings throughout the program. And besides that, there's a number of elective courses that you can do about meta, about affiliate marketing, about blogging, about B2B marketing. Yeah, so these are some electives where you can pick and choose a few. Okay, so that is sort of the content of the program. Back to Simplilearn.
Thanks, Marc, for taking them through the curriculum. So one thing that I wanted to mention here is that the eligibility to become a part of the course is just that you need to have a bachelor's degree, can be from any discipline, and you can be from a non-marketing background as well. Some work experience will help. I mean, it's preferred that you have at least 2 years of work experience, and for you to understand the practical applications of whatever you learn and how it is applied from a digital marketing perspective, right? So that's about the eligibility criteria. Now, Marc, if you can again take them through the tools and platforms that they'll be learning.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a tools geek. Yeah, I love tools and preferably tools that are free. So here is just a snapshot of some of the tools that we will be going through Google ads, Facebook ads, Google Analytics. We'll look at Google Keyword Planner. We'll look at YouTube advertising, Hootsuite. Yeah, and there are so many more tools that I will share with you. And that's, I think, where one of the big advantages that I give to this course is leveraging my skills in the tools that are being that you can use, and preferably tools that are free. Next slide.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yep, and then of course we're going to look extensively at tools like ChatGPT and other generative tools like developing content, developing advertising, developing video, creating imagery. So it's it's heavily, and that's currently what we're constantly doing, is updating the course material to make sure it reflects the latest tools in the AI.
Got it. Thanks, Mark. One more thing that you get as a part of an elective is the Simternship. Now, what exactly is a Simternship and what do you do here? So you gain practical exposure, experience while you're a part of the course. And like Mark mentioned, it makes you job ready right from the get-go. I mean, the moment you complete the course. So you're given an ad budget of about $125,000. And with that, you are allowed to optimize keywords, manage different campaigns, analyze metrics, and do everything that you would normally do with a PPC search ads. This is how your certificate would look like. But what you would gain is selecting and optimizing keywords, make sure you understand how metrics work, how you can interpret them, what your KPIs should be, how you should calculate your return on investment or the ROAS, how you can perform A/B testing and all of this. So you will be doing all of this as a part of the simulated internship, and this is an elective. So you do this course along with everything that you learn, the tools that you learn, you also get to implement and test your knowledge sort of through this simulated internship. This is presented in partnership with Stukind, right? So more of these details are available on the course page. I'll be sharing the link to the course page in a while, but just hang on for a bit while I explain the other details as well. So along with the simulated internship and the curriculum, you have capstone projects and also the case studies that we mentioned. So like I said, you will be able to understand how Air France, let's say, improved their search engine marketing to generate customer sales, or how Thunderbird enhanced their SEO and improved their marketing efforts, and how they came up with a media plan for their new website, right? So these are interesting case studies that will help you understand how in the real world, big companies improved their business through SEO initiatives. Yeah. So, I'm sure this sounds really interesting, and you should be kind of grabbing this opportunity to take up this course. Yep. So there are also other case studies on all of these companies, and along with all the other features that I mentioned, one major feature or highlight that stands out is the program advisors. So these program advisors carry immense expertise, experience in digital marketing, as you can see. You'll be able to find their profiles on the course page as well. Now, these are your program advisors, and let's just understand how your learning environment will look like. So you are given the access to an LMS, a learning management system, where you can track your progress, attend your live classes, take notes, ask questions, if any, make use of support tools or anything of that sort. So I'm just going to give you a quick run through. I'm not going to take too much time here. So you're able to see my screen. So once you are a part of the course, you will be able to access this particular course here. Here are your learning modules, the one that Mark had explained. Yes. And here's where your electives come. This is in addition to what your core modules are. Okay. And once you've completed your course module and your electives and the capstone project, that's when you get to unlock the certificate. Okay. So you will be able to use a lot of support features here. So you can use the help feature to get in touch with a success manager to understand and share your concerns. Or you could just use this to track your progress or finish assessments. Yeah. So that's just a bit about our learning management. Now, we just go back to the deck and show you what and how our past learners have leveraged this course. Yeah. So I'm just going to show you a quick video here, and here's where I'll come to the course page. Yes. So I'm sharing the link to the course page on the chat. Okay. So for people on YouTube, you should be able to see the course page on the video description, but here you go. This is for people on Zoom. Now I'm just going to show you a learner's video on how they leverage this course and thought about career growth. Okay. So it's going to take you just 2.5 minutes. Just hear him out.
And work something on my own. After 26 years of working in corporate, last year I decided to step out and work something on my own. That's when I realized that there is a need to upskill, because a lot of current practices that's different from what it used to be 10, 15 years ago. And there's a need for me to get into a formal way of upskilling my skills. Hi, I'm Anand. I'm a co-founder at a medtech startup. I'm also founder of a collaboration platform called medtechhub.org. And I'm an alumni of Simplilearn and Purdue University. I passed out of IIM Kolkata in 1994, specializing in marketing and general management, and worked in many organizations, including 3 top global medtech companies. When I was actively looking for a digital marketing course last year, I came across this course called Postgraduate Program in Digital Marketing from Simplilearn. And I decided I would want to pursue that. Digital marketing has gone through a rapid change. So when I decided to step out of the corporate work and start on my own, I realized I need to upskill. One of the interesting things about the online course was that since I was beginning to work on my startup and also didn't want to spend time away from family, it sort of met that requirement. Second is I have a lot of hobbies. Okay, I do gardening, I do wildlife photography and bird watching and things like that. So having the classes in the evening, in the weekend, released time for both the daytime during the week as well as in the weekend, so I can continue to pursue. With the knowledge gained from the course, I was almost immediately able to apply it into my website as well as the blog site. What this did to me is 2 things. One, it reduced the amount of time I would normally have to spend in creating that. Second is it was also more effective in reaching the right customer, right audience. One thing is very clear. If you have to stay on the top, you have to continuously reinvent yourself. That also means upskilling in everything that you do. It's a fast changing world and competition is nipping at you all the time. So it's better to be better skilled and appropriate skilled than to lose out.
Yes. So he ended the video on a high. So he said that it's always good to upskill yourself than to miss out on the opportunity, right? So that's exactly what you should be doing as well. And these are many other learners who leveraged this program in their career. Okay. So again, you'll get clickable links on the course page that I just shared. So you could check out their LinkedIn profiles on how they transition to a better digital marketing career through this course. Okay. Now, one more feature that is again a highlight in this course is that along with all of that I mentioned is the job assist program. And this is applicable to the learners in India and the US only, right? So this is in partnership with IM Jobs in India and Talent Inc. in the US. So what you get essentially is resume building assistance on how you can position yourself better with all the skills that you've learned. How do you make sure employers notice your profile, and also making sure you are prepared for interviews where one-on-one sessions that happen, and also making you a part of career fairs or job fairs, essentially, just to make sure you have the access to your dream employers. Okay, so this is how the program is built, and you get at the end a certificate that looks like this. Okay, you get certificate jointly from Purdue University Online and Simplilearn. So just to summarize, you get curriculum that focuses on all aspects of digital marketing along with electives. That also includes the simulated internship that I was mentioning, access to a lot of tools and platforms, most of them which are for free. You will be able to access them and learn practically on how digital marketing, how you can use these tools in real time. Along with that, you get capstone projects, case studies. You also are able to understand through case studies on how businesses leverage digital marketing, and of course, the Job Assist program. Okay. So like I said, you also get access, eligibility to become a part of the Purdue Alumni Association. Yeah. But you don't get access to it directly, but you become eligible. There's a difference there. Yes. So if you feel that this course is a suitable fit and you want to express your interest here, you could do that through this poll. I'm just going to again launch another poll that is asking you this question: would you like to enroll in the program? Okay. So if you want to enroll in the program, just click on yes. It's applicable to you. Just click on yes, and you will be contacted by a learning advisor. If you are watching us on YouTube and you want to express interest, you can head on to the course page and enter your details there. Yeah, I will be talking about the enrollment steps in a bit, but before that, if you have any other questions, make sure you put them on the Q&A box, not specific to the session or something, not relevant. We'll talk about the course fee in a while. Yeah. Yes. So I'm just going to keep the poll live for a few minutes. Meanwhile, I think, Mark, you can take questions from the Q&A box, because this poll is going to be there for a while now.
I've answered most of the questions that are relevant for me. So
great.
There are some specific questions for Simplilearn, like, are there any other courses in AI and how to implement it? But I'll leave those for you.
Right. Okay. I think I'll answer them while I keep the poll live. Okay. Anonymous attendee has a question. Okay. Do we have a data analysis or a machine learning course? Yes, we do. You can check out simplilearn.com. A lot of courses on data analytics and AI ML. Again, launched in partnership with a lot of reputed universities. Do you have any other webinar on GenAI and how to implement it? Well, we have a lot of webinars that happen on GenAI. Today's is about how to use GenAI in digital marketing. But if you're talking about how does GenAI shape up jobs or careers, we've had a lot of past webinars. You can check out our YouTube channel for that. Yes, you will receive a certificate for attending this webinar, and we'll give that to you shortly. Okay, so more info about the digital marketing program, Geotech, is available on the course page. I've shared the link to the course page on the chat. So you should be able to see all the info that I told you will be available there. Okay, so I think most questions are answered here. Let me just quickly talk about the enrollment steps to this course. So what happens is, once you land on the course page, you'll be able to find a small box that asks you your basic information. So fill in your basic details, and then it leads you to an application form. So you fill in your application form that asks you information about where you studied, what your grades have been, and then we review the applications. There's a review team that does this, and after they've reviewed, if they find your profile a good fit for the cohort, then they offer an admission letter. And once you have paid the fees is when you become a part of the cohort, right? So although the next cohort starts next month, 23rd of November, We will be taking applications, and applications will be closing in the next 24 hours. And this is also available on the course page, the deadline. So make sure you fill in your information before the deadline. If you want to speak to a learning advisor, your route to that is to answer this poll that I have still kept live. Okay. People on YouTube who are giving me a yes, please fill in your information on the course page. Okay, that's how you express interest, and that's how you get a learning advisor to contact you. Okay, yeah. So let's see if we have more people answering the poll yet. Yes, there are. So just about half of you have responded on the poll. I'd like the other half also to kind of engage whether you feel this is the right fit or no. Just answer on the poll so that we know, whether you're interested. Yes. Okay. Amazing. So I've talked about the enrollment steps. I have also helped you understand what the course contains. Now coming to the big question about course fees. So the course fee, we've not mentioned it anywhere on the slide deck. So, you could just take a look at that on the course page itself. Now, the reason why we don't mention course fee is because, it will be hard for us to mention it in every currency or all the currencies possible. So maybe just take a look at the course page to understand what the fee is in your region. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Now, if there is nothing else for you to ask or share about the session, I'm just going to end the poll in the next 10 seconds and launch the rating polls that will help us understand how the session went and how you liked the session. Yes. Okay, great. So I'm just going to end this poll here, and yeah, I've launched the poll that will ask you the rating. And also for a very short while, I'm going to keep the chat box on just in case you want to ask anything. Please make sure you ask questions. Let's say they're relevant to the course or the session, leave them on askus@simplilearn.net. Okay. And also make sure you give us a rating. Any course on prompt engineering or geo. Okay, Kana, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but you can check out the AI ML courses. They should be able to help you. But for that, you will need to head to simplilearn.com. Just go to all courses and go to AI ML. Okay, or if you just click on the above link that you see above, the message that you sent, you should be able to be redirected to the AI ML category. Okay. Yes. Okay, amazing. So now is the time for you guys to give your names for the certificate. And also ensure your name is entered here and not on the chat, because we tend to miss the names that are entered on the chat. How much is it? Carolyn, you could check the course page for this details. So anonymous attendee, again, you asked me this question about Purdue certificate. This was picked up from the course page. You could also check course page and verify this. This is taken from the course page only. And the certificate will look exactly how it is in the course page. Yeah. Okay, Manisha, I'm not sure of how, what course would you prefer? Are you asking us what course would we suggest to you as an MBA marketing student? I'm not sure. Mark, do you want to take this question? So if you have entered your name and if there's nothing else, you can leave. You will not receive the certificate tonight. You will receive it in the next couple of days. So make sure you've entered your name properly, the way you want it to be on your certificate. Make sure you've filled in the poll with that. Yeah. Great. Right. I think, Mark, we're pretty much done with the session. Any closing thoughts, comments that you have before we leave?
No, I wish everybody good luck with their decision to join. I'm right in the process, in the middle of delivering a program to a group of about 50 students, and they love it. Time flies, so it's hard work for all the students, but they see the rewards coming in. So good luck, and I hope to see you in one of the courses.
Okay, thanks, Mark, for your time. It was wonderful having you here. There will be more live sessions like this in the future as well. Anonymous attendee. Manisha, I'm really not the right person to answer that question. It totally depends on what your career goals are, what kind of skills you want to gain. So maybe just check out simplylearn.com. You'll find your answer there, hopefully. We've disabled mic. So if you've entered your names, you may leave because we'll send the certificates only later. Okay, so I'm just going to stay on for another minute. Helen, please don't share your name on the chat, only on the poll, please, because we receive tons of questions that ask us about certificate, about recording and all of that. So it will come to you if you've entered the name here, which is why I am encouraging you guys to enter your names so that we don't miss out. Okay. Great. I think that's about it. We're done here. Thanks so much for joining. It was wonderful bringing this session to you. People on YouTube, also thanks for joining in and participating in the session on a weekday night. Yeah, great. So I'll see you again. Bye then. Have a good day. Bye. Thank you, Mark, for your time as well.